I'm here to tell you all about the new BMW iX. Controversial styling and everything. Plus a hood that's not meant to be opened by you and me. Welcome to the future of automotive. This is only for the windshield wiper fluid. The 2022 BMW iX is not the first fully electric vehicle to come out of Bavaria or to wear polarizing design. See Chris Bangle in the i3 for that. But iX is the first BMW EV to reach for the mainstream SUV crossover market, seating for 5, usable cargo, all-wheel drive. Okay, maybe mainstream isn't quite the right descriptor for a vehicle that starts at $84,200. This one optioned up nicely, MSRP's for $101,000. But SUVs are what people want, even from the ultimate driving machine folks. X3 and X5 are the brand's best-selling vehicles in the US. BMW knows its customers very well. iX is nearly exactly the same size as an X5, within an inch or two in all dimensions. And then there's weight. EVs tend to be heavy because of the battery pack, but because of all the aluminum and carbon fiber used to manufacture the iX, it's only about 75 pounds heavier than an X5 plug-in hybrid. The 7 Series Bangle Butt was controversial. iX moves the argument to the front. This twin kidney is less a grille, more a rolling BMW billboard that hides sensors and polarizes opinions. Exposed to heat, the shield is self-healing like Clear Bra or Expel. If you're wondering about the pop-up rondelle getting broken off by vandals, those Bavarians, pretty smart. It locks with the car. In the acceleration department, this is no slouch. BMW says it does the 0 to 60 dash in 4.4 seconds. But if that's not fast enough for you, there's going to be an M60 version with over 600 horsepower. That ought to do it. Deep, rich torque off the line, it's what electric vehicles are known for, and at highway speeds, it has a lot of punch. Great for passing. This weighs 5,660 pounds, or 2,566 kilos. As tested on 22-inch wheels, iX is EPA rated to travel 315 miles on a charge. Go with the 20-inchers, and that rises to 324. All iXs are dual-motor all-wheel drive. This configuration makes a total of 516 horsepower and 564 pound-feet of torque, the rear unit making more power. This is a BMW, after all. The lithium-ion pack has 106 kilowatt-hours of usable energy. Why complain about the hood being effectively sealed? What, are you gonna change the oil? On startup, there's an alert tone and clear information. I'd be happy if this and the excellent head-up display wound up in all BMWs. Drive modes do make a difference in changing the behavior of the car. Things like throttle response, steering weight, and because this has the $1,600 self-leveling air suspension package, ride height. With it, iX automatically lowers nearly a half inch in sport mode and can rise nearly an inch from normal for up to 8.8 inches of ground clearance. There's no geared transmission, but there is a B setting for extra regeneration drag, no steering wheel paddles or anything. Door handles are normal, for an EV anyways, and carbon fiber reinforced plastic construction greets you. BMW calls it the carbon cage, and it's something that you'll notice. The raw material is produced in a carbon-neutral factory in Moses Lake, Washington, just 220 miles from my doorstep. In this graphic, it's black. The aluminum components are the 2 shades of green. BMW offers a twist on power regen. It's easy to do one-pedal driving. You just add a little recuperation by going into B mode, but this is a BMW, and they do things the BMW way. Sensors will tell if there's a car in front of you, and in that case, it will just add more recuperation, or GPS data. If it senses that you're coming to a traffic light using positioning data, it will add more recuperation. Over-engineered? Maybe, but it allows the iX to coast freely when most efficient, then adds one-pedal driving when the situation is useful. I like the dynamic and have to say that surprises me. iX has the advantage that all electric vehicles have: batteries in the floor, which are very heavy. It makes the center of gravity extremely low, so this thing handles really, really well. But I will say, not an awful lot of road feel coming up through the steering wheel. While iX is very comfortable, body movements are well managed. It helps that each corner of the air suspension is individually controlled. Weighing nearly the same as the X5 plug-in hybrid, the pack in the floor probably gives iX better driving dynamics. Look closely and you'll see this is optioned with integral active four-wheel steering. That's good for parking lot U-turns and excellent stability on the highway. There are performance tones in the cabin that can be adjusted or turned off. Here's one of them. If it sounds like a soundtrack, it kind of is. They were created by Hans Zimmer. Yeah, that Hans Zimmer, the guy that does movie scores. They're easy to hear since the cabin is very quiet. Part of that comes from a slippery drag coefficient of 0.25. Specially designed tires with a foam layer inside dampen sound within the tire's chamber. How far can the iX travel? Remember, the larger rubber means this iX is EPA rated at 315 miles. That's a fairly significant range if you can actually get it, and with temperatures in the mid-50s, and in mixed driving, I'm seeing very close to that, shy by about 10-15 miles. Not bad. Full disclosure, I intentionally drive like most people would. No pampering or hypermiling, so it should get you to your favorite hiking spot and back, unless it's in deepest North Dakota. Off-roading? Yeah, I think the iX can do some off-roading, probably get you to the trailhead on a, mildly rough Forest Service road. It's not for doing the Rubicon Trail. Come on, go buy a Wrangler for that. For a souvenir, the interior camera can take a selfie. It even has smile detection. I didn't try this, I'm not a selfie guy. The active electronic safety features and the semi-autonomous driving tech is quite good. On highways, Tesla Autopilot feels a little bit more secure. GM's Super Cruise is even better. BMW has maintained a certain cabin look over the decades. iX ditches that for something vaguely i3-like, but much nicer. The open floor plan is courtesy of the skateboard platform. Eco-touches include synthetic leather on the dash, plus fabrics and carpet made from recycled materials, and bronze trim. Wool blend seats are available. These in leather are on the flat side, not much lateral support for hard cornering. They're well vented, but warmth is tepid. Same with the heated Squircle, though it works well and it's not a yoke. Mid-century modern walnut veneer gets haptic controls that work without a hitch. Some find the crystal accents funky fresh. Others see something from their late Aunt Matilda's hutch. You know who you are. A radiant heat package uses the lower panels to give off warmth, and for efficiency, the HVAC system is a heat pump. Storage? Oh, there are plenty of spots for that. The center console is generous. The owner's manual, well, that needs to be kept in the trunk. Besides, the user interface has it. Why even kill trees for these things? The cup holders are awkward to use if you drink a lot of coffee like me. There is no manual sunshade. Thanks to technology, you won't need one. The BMW app allows phone is key, and there are cameras inside and out. While you're away, use the app to check inside the car. A remote theft recorder update will message owners if bad things are happening and takes pictures of thieves and scoundrels. Seems like only yesterday we were all complaining about this new obtuse user interface that BMW had introduced called iDrive. It's so much better now. This is iDrive 8, one of the best user interfaces that you can buy. It can be controlled any number of different ways. This is gesture controls, volume up, volume down. You've got the iDrive knob, which can be nudged and turned and pushed. A lot of people don't like fingerprints on their screens, so that takes care of that. These surfaces are haptic, so you can control things from here. If you're going to be using the touchscreen, the response is excellent and the menus are laid out very well. And then of course there's Apple CarPlay. A lot of manufacturers integrate that into their vehicles. Other than Tesla, BMW does this very well. Yes, it's wireless, but it's also integrated into the system. Watch this. Hey Siri, I need directions to 333 Dexter Avenue North, Seattle.
Getting directions to 333 Dexter Avenue North, Seattle.
So not only does it show up on the screen, but it's also in the head-up display. This is really nice to have. Let's tackle charging. More and more terminals from Electrify America, ChargePoint, EVgo, and Shell Recharge are popping up, reducing anxiety. Tesla still has the best charging ease of use experience. Just plug and charge, no wonky apps needed. Plug the iX into the right commercial DC fast charger with the pack at 10%, and it'll take on 90 miles in just 10 minutes at its 195 kilowatt max charge rate. That's not as fast as a Porsche Taycan or Audi e-tron GT that top out at 240, but that might be a moot point. For example, these chargers that are very popular top out at 150 kilowatts. So no matter how fast your car takes on electrons, it's not going to juice up any faster than that. Besides, most charging is done at home, some 80–85%. You plug in at night, you wake up in the morning, the battery is full. If you travel a lot, then charging speed might be important. iX's charge curve is actually pretty good. When stopping to eat or shop, the extra time won't make any difference. Type A folks will be impatient. Know thyself. Enter a destination in the Navi, and it finds the fastest route and optimal charge strategy with stations along the way, plus restaurants and things to do while the car rejuvenates. I did not test that feature. So the exterior is the same size as an X5. How does that translate to the back seat? I don't know, it's been a long time since you've had an X5. Did you tick off the people at BMW somehow? Anyways, we're both 5'9", and I can tell you this is a roomy space. Headroom, lots of it. Knee, leg, and foot room, pretty generous. Thigh support is good. Cushions might be a little bit short, but not bad. Door openings big enough to get car seats in and out. That's important because a lot of people are going to be pressing this into family duty. Door pockets, those are actually pretty big. Wish there were built-in sunshades. You know me and seat pockets, glad there are 2 of them. The kids won't fight over them. Phone charging? That's not going to be a problem. This is for mounting accessories. You know, if you want to mount an iPad or something. Dual zone climate control back here and heated seats. I am happy. This being an EV, the floor is perfectly flat, meaning footroom for 3 adults is really good. And it's wide enough for 3 adults, maybe not cross-country trips, but across town, no problem at all. My only issue back here is that the seat doesn't slide fore and aft to max out legroom or cargo room, but really, this is a spacious and comfortable back seat. There's been a lot of chatter about how the iX looks. I've heard heinous and shoe-like from my automotive brethren. Some find the supersized nostrils monstrous. I'll start out by saying iX doesn't photograph well. It looks better in person. No doubt the wind and aerodynamic efficiencies have a lot to do with how it's shaped. Overall, my eye sees a subtle wholesale awkwardness with the exterior, like the E85 Z4, the first generation. Now that said, loads of people came up while I was shooting it and seemed genuinely enamored by the looks, even after I told them it's not my car. They can be brutally honest. It got people's attention. The masses seem pleased, and that's what's important, I guess. And it has a rear wiper, even though it's not hidden away. It's been my experience that crossover EVs this size take on 6, maybe 7 packs of my measurement metric. Brought out 9, feeling optimistic. Since the taillights fully raise with the liftgate, pretty sure these are legally required for safety. Solid panels keep prying eyes away from any valuables you'd be foolish to leave in here, and these don't have to be left behind, although there's no secure dedicated spot for them. Storage under the floor, sure though not much, room for a tire inflator. There's no spare, and iX doesn't wear run flats. Remote seat releases will help keep your Levi's free of bumper grime and save trips to the back doors. Max cargo room is an impressive 78 cubic feet, and heading to Aspen or Breckenridge, you can keep your boards inside. Even with all the seats usable, there's a solid amount of room to fill, 35.5 cubic feet. Kia EV6, Hyundai Ioniq 5, and Mustang Mach-E each take on 7 packs, though the Ford puts one in its large frunk, and iX easily takes on the same. Bonus, you get to look at all that cool carbon fiber while loading. Let's wrap this up with red light, green light. Green light. BMW's Electrified platform is powerful, vault solid, and delivers solid range. The driving dynamics with hushed interior are exactly what the target buyer wants. It's stuffed with easy-to-use tech owners may never discover it all, and iX is very practical for family use. It will easily replace an X5. Yellow lights. The powertrain and build process are impressive, but so is the as-tested price of $101 grand. The charge curve is actually quite good, but it loses marketing bragging rights when it comes to numbers. Great that BMW took a chance on design inside and out. Not everyone will be on board. And great driving dynamics that could use more road feel. Red light. I find the leather seats flat for driving fun, plus they don't get very hot. The cup holders up front get more annoying the more they're used. No run flat tires or spare? Yikes. Casual observers will concentrate on the styling. Those that actually drive the iX will walk away impressed with the way the entire package works. BMW took everything good about the X5, electrified it, then pushed the entire experience forward. There's a lot of new tech happening, but engineers keep it from feeling alien. Can't say the same about the front end look. Still getting used to that. For all practical purposes, this is the BMW X5 of the future. It's comfortable, it's quiet, it's capable, it's practical. Yeah, it's expensive, it's a BMW, but it does everything that a family would need it to do. It's not for everyone. The price and the design will keep some buyers away. But for those that embrace the look, have the funds, and can charge where they sleep, the iX is a bold, avant-garde step for BMW. It really did surprise me that people found the design of the iX to be appealing. It was nearly unanimous and emphatic. I have my opinions on things, but I'll get out of my bubble to listen to others. Thanks to Martin Campbell for waking up early to drive so I can shoot running footage. And in case you're wondering about this, there's a great company in Seattle that does awesome escape rooms and haunted houses down by the Costco that I use, and this thing is often guarding the place. Right now, seems to be on its lunch break. Normally at the end of these videos I offer up a fun fact, but this time, because I've given you so much information, I'm going to talk about something that you folks ask about all the time, and that is, where do I shoot these videos? You all know that I live in Seattle, and I photograph these all over the Puget Sound area. I have dozens, if not hundreds of locations where these are shot, all right? Because I don't want to just go to a park, you know? I have my pride. I want these to look good. I'm a photographer. Right now, I'm just above Shoal Marina, which is a great place to go running if you're ever visiting the area. It really is a beautiful city. I'm lucky to live here. Kind of expensive, though. And if you listen carefully, the sea lions, they're going absolutely nuts for some reason, not sure why. They're down by the Chittenden Locks, which apparently is one of the top 3 places that tourists go, probably behind the Space Needle and Pike Place Market. Cool city. Come in August if you're going to visit. The weather's always good, okay? There you go. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to this channel, click notifications, follow me on Twitter. I'm really active there. And if you have a question, leave it in the comments, okay? All right. That's Driven. I'm Tom Voelk.